Oh my gosh, I'm live. I'm live in the morning on a Friday morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I want to put a banner. Happy Friday. So, like, 8 reasons why I'm awesome. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all 8 reasons why I'm awesome. Hey, Indigo Flow. Good morning. Good morning. Happy new day. Good AM. Indigo Flow in the building. I know everybody's fitting to go live right now, but before they do, I just wanted to, real quick, I had wrote this a while ago and I meant to share with you guys, but I just didn't. I just didn't get around to it. And because last night I was supposed to do a live stream that I was supposed to do the night before last that I still didn't do, but I just ended up canceling. I'm like, well, I'm up. Let me run my mouth. Good morning. Good AM. Happy Friday. TGIF. I am watching one of my grandmother's cats go absolutely buck nutty over a toy. It's a small red ball and she just keeps knocking it all over the place and then chasing after it. But anyway, good morning, UFO Kamikaze 1, not 2. Good morning. All right. Maybe I should type these out because, like, here's the thing. I want y'all to see this real quick. Let me turn my camera on just real quick so you can see. I wrote a list. Um, I didn't think about it's cheeky though. It's cheeky. We'll go through them one by one. So yeah, these are 8 reasons why I'm awesome. Um, and like I said in the description, don't steal any of my reasons because you have your own reasons why you're awesome. And you can put together your own list of awesomeness, just like I did, but it could have different reasons on it than the ones that I have. You feel me? You feel me? Okay, so number one, I always identify the bridge and traffic lights in a captcha. You know how when you be on a website and they be like trying to verify if you're human and they be like identify the bridge, identify the traffic lights. How many of these contain a motorcycle? I always get that right. That's one reason why I'm awesome. Capture codes can't hold me back, okay? Now, number 2, I have and you know what? I'm going to give you some insider view of my Wordle uh history, okay? I'm not on a streak right now, so I'm sorry, but so I always get the Wordle in 4 tries or less, and I've done it on the first try. Let me show you my stats, y'all. You're not messing with my Wordle stats, okay? You see my Wordle stats? I got 1 on the first try. I got 8 on the second try. I got 43 on the third try, but 76 of them times I got it on the fourth try. Now, so 5, you know what I'm saying? I got 73 on the fifth try, and we made it all the way to the sixth try on a lot of them. But the point is, I'm really good at Wordle and I'm good at connections. So holla at me if you like to play New York Times daily games because I'm nice. I might be able to help you out. You feel me? And this is just the most recent tally because I've played more than 249 games of Wordle. I have just had multiple phones since I started. But yeah, that's only reason number 2 that I'm awesome. Reason number 3 that I'm awesome is I let a white person touch my hair once per year without request. Okay? Now that's a big deal. Come on and act like it. You don't come on, 'cause they be wanting to touch it, and now that I have locks, you know they really want to touch it. So, good morning, Mark Nash TV. Shout out to Mark Nash in the building. Howdy. Happy Friday. It's very early where you are, Mr. Nash, but that man is always working. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Also, like reminder, just brief reminder, black men are elite. Like just brief reminder. Just always want to make sure I say that. Always make sure I highlight that because y'all are the most awesome men on earth. Love y'all. And y'all look good too. Just, basic reminder. But yeah, I let a white person touch my hair once per year without request. With or without, I should say, because sometimes it's a request. And then if it's like a request from somebody that I really fuck with, then I'll let them get the one time. But everybody else after that, sorry, you're gonna have to wait till next year. But that's the number 3 reason why I'm awesome. Because I'm bridging gaps, you guys. I'm starting conversations that need to be had amongst people who might not feel comfortable to have them anywhere else. You always need somebody like that. Anyway, number 4 reason why I'm awesome. I never knowingly steal at self checkout. It's always the last item in the child seat that you don't see till you get in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like till you get to the car, when you unloading the bags and stuff, especially now because you have to have your own bags, it's kind of not fair. Like you'll toss something in the cart and then most of the time I have my purse in the child seat. So if there's something small like seasoning or I don't know, a votive candle, something like that, I might not see it when I'm putting everything up on the checkout. So I don't never knowingly steal at self checkout. And that's another reason why I'm awesome. He said, I take my daughter to school in the morning. It's our time to reestablish why she's awesome. I love that. That's awesome. See? And he didn't have to steal none of my reasons to reinforce the fact that his daughter was awesome. Mark Nash is awesome. So clearly he's going to have offspring that are awesome. He's out here being a great dad every day, just willingly, just out here. See what I'm saying? Black men are elite. That's all I'm saying. Hello, Detroit 313. Salute to you. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. He's going to be firing up his stream very shortly. I'll be over there as well because I love it over there at Dr. Thunder's in the morning. If you are not subscribed to Dr. Thunder, please do yourself a favor and click on his name and subscribe. Do it now. Like you really should. Like stop what you're doing. Actually, let me just go ahead and put his link in the chat because I'm not lazy. And even though I didn't have it pulled up, I can still go to it right now and pull it up for you all and put it in the chat. Please do yourself a favor. Subscribe to Dr. Thunder. Hit his show shortly. This morning, hold on. I know he has it up here. Hold on. He's going to be talking about married black women tells black women why they're single, body count resets, and Diddy being indicted. All right. I'm looking forward to that. In less than a half an hour, he's going to get started. So I have to hurry up and get through the rest of my list so that I could be there on time. You guys should too. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. Doing great stuff over there. He's got over 10,000 subscribers. I mean, goals. Goals. We're going to get there inch by inch. Everybody who is subscribed to me, I'm super grateful for you. And I will be um I will be getting over that hump of 1K very soon, I promise. You're welcome, Doc. You're super welcome. Hold on. Fix that. D Scott. Shout out to D Scott in the building. Hi, D Scott. Showing me all of the Leo regalia, even though we are out of Leo season. I totally appreciate the fact that he always recognizes and emphasizes my Leonine status. I appreciate that very much. Okay, so moving on to number five. The number five reason that I'm awesome. I'm a natural overthinker, so I pay attention to detail. Yes, I know you're thinking, why would you think that being an overthinker makes you awesome, Toya? I'll tell you why. Because it helps me to see the bigger picture always. I'm always going to whittle it down to the last thought. I'm always going to go above and beyond to see things that maybe weren't even there. And sometimes that means saving me from something that I didn't need to have or experience. Or you. You know, I might see something you don't see, so I could keep you from making a huge mistake because I'm going to overthink about it. Shout out to the cynical one. She says, I'm also an overthinker. Gang, gang, overthinking gang. Okay. Yes. So that's the number five reason that I'm awesome. Number six, Mr. Shook to you says, I'm still overthinking my top five favorite album list. Yeah, well, I'm going to be like Judge Judy and tap my wrist because what are you waiting for? Don't overthink it. Just throw five albums up there. Because they're not the best albums, but they're the ones that mean something to you. They're the ones that make you Mr. Suge to you, right? Like, come on. You can do this. I am enjoying reading everybody's answers because it's making me think about albums to get into. So if you haven't been over to my community tab, hold on. Let me pull it up for you, and then we'll get back to my list because I really do want to keep telling you reasons why I'm awesome. So yeah, uh, on my community tab, you will see my own five, but I ask, what are the five most important albums in your life? Not necessarily your favorites, not necessarily the best, but personally important to you and who you've become. What are those five albums? So mine are Mariah Carey's debut album because I was a little girl and when she came out, I loved everything that I was hearing. And I connected with it too because my mom would listen to it. And so, when you're a little girl and your mom or your dad are listening to stuff like even if there's something they listen to often, you tend to connect to it, either whether it makes you hate the album or you love it, there's a connection there, right? And so for me, I that was like the first album that I kind of knew front to back and would sing along with and would prefer to listen to even outside of my mother's presence. So, and Mariah Carey's my favorite singer. It's probably why she's my favorite singer. Um, I connected with that first album so hard. And then after that, it was like she kept coming out with bangers. So it was easy to latch on. Anyway, moving on. Number two, Tim's Bio, Life from the Basement. This album made me want to be a producer. Oh, yes. Dr. Thunder says Mariah is goated. I agree, for sure. She's hands down. Okay, so to tell you a little bit about myself, if you make the connection, you probably have made this connection already just from me talking, but I'm gonna say it explicitly. A lot of the reason why I have such an expansive vocabulary is due to listening to Mariah Carey, who wrote most of her music, most of the lyrics, and there was always a word in there that I had never heard before and would urge me to go look up. A little girl listening to Mariah Carey's music, she's got me by like I think 15 years. So she was a little further along in development than I was. So she was coming across emotions and experiences that I had yet to be able to connect with. So these words that she was singing helped expand my vocabulary. This is why I became such a grammar nerd as well. You know, me listening to Mariah Carey and my read Webster's Pocket Dictionary in hand, it went along with me reading and uh, learning new words. So that's a big reason why she's one of my favorite singers as well. Like she's not just a singer, she's a creative. She's someone who has respect for words and how they mean and how they sound when you sing them. Okay? So then number 2, Tim's Bio, Life from the Basement. Okay. Again, it made me want to be a producer. It made me back in the day I used to play trumpet, I used to play keyboard, I even learned guitar. I never wanted to be in front of the camera. I never wanted to be a lead anything. I just always wanted to be the brain behind the music, what making it sound good. And I never cared to be the star necessarily, but Tim's Bio really was an album that made me kind of delve into the musicality of things and have a deeper appreciation for all of the knowledge that I had about reading music and how you could make it sound with other instruments and the juxtaposition of the voice and the instrument, making that all come alive. So I credit Tim's Bio, Life from the Basement, with sparking that flame for me, which is why it's an important album in my life. High praise, Dr. Thunder. High praise. I like you too. And that's, I can be quite a geek when it comes to that kind of stuff. So when I learned about your musical acumen, it made it, it ticked another box off for me as well. Um, Number 3, Aaliyah's Red album. There's 2 reasons why I love that album. I always loved her as an artist, but this album was the one I connected to her the most on. The previous 2 were not as cohesive to me. Her debut album was good. I still go back and listen to it, don't get me wrong. Um, but when she came out with this Red album, it was right around the time that she passed away, so that made it even more special. But it was like, man, this is gonna be the last group of songs that we get to hear from her. And it was just a amazing body of work. You could see her growth from the debut album up until that point, all the work that she had done in between. You could really see how she was coming into her own as an artist. So that's why that one's important to me. Alice Smith for Lovers, Daydreamers, and Me. Holy cannoli. It was between that one and Macy Gray's debut album. I was teetering on the two of those for number 4 because they are both considered alternative R&B and just really well made album. Like Alice Smith is underrated. Those who know. But again, a really great artist, somebody who highlights her ability to be a creator and really gets down in in the dirt for hers in terms of making the music and bringing it to life and having a unique voice that really makes the music come alive. I love it when an artist understands their strength as an artist and works with that versus against it to make a sound that they want to make or that they think people like. And so with Alice Smith, I really felt like we were getting exactly who she is. And that album front to back, I know all of it. You know, I know an album is impactful for me when I can listen to it from front to back and still return back to it years later. So shout out to Alice Smith. And rounding out number 5 is Solange, A Seat at the Table. That was a groundbreaking album. I've never been in the Beehive. I've always been more of a Solange fan. Maybe not when she was younger and making like Disney albums. I wasn't really into her then, but as she got older, um, I really liked a lot of the stuff that she was doing. And even leading up to A Seat at the Table, the music she was putting out, I think she had like an EP that she put out that I really loved. Um, and then, when she came out with A Seat at the Table, I was blown away. Like even the interludes with Master P speaking, um, with Lil Wayne, with Kelly Rowland, with all these people that you know and have heard of, but hearing them in a different light than what you would with whatever they put out. I liked that. You could tell she was intentional and took her time with that album. And again, like Indigo Flow says, no skips. Absolutely none. No skips. I totally agree with that. Another album you can listen to through and through. But also, um, for me, that time was a time period that I think we didn't realize how much flux we were in, and it kind of encapsulates that. So when you listen to A Seat at the Table, it captured a time before the pandemic that kind of when you take tally of where we've been since then, it's such an important album. But yeah, those are the five most important albums in my life. If I had to pick a sixth, it would it would probably be Tidra Moses' Complex Simplicity. That album got me through college. It was an album that I bought sight unseen. I would always buy new CDs on a regular basis. That's why I have such a extensive CD collection. But that one in particular, I had never heard who she was, never knew what she sounded like, didn't know what was going to be on it, but I bought it based off of what it looked like. I don't know if you have that experience, but um I was intuitively drawn to that album and something told me to buy it and I bought it and I haven't looked back since. As soon as I listened to it, I was like, okay, I know you don't know. I used to tell my friends, I know you don't know who this person is, but trust me, buy the album. Trust me, go get it. I mean, I was in Australia studying abroad, telling people in the States, hey, if you want to listen to something new, go buy the Tidra Moses Complex Simplicity album. I was getting my A&R on early. I've always been that type of person, though. I've always been the girl who used to make mix CDs and stuff for my friends and all of that. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put that on my community tab, sir. Please and thank you. Don't cheat. And hi, Better You. Hi, Better You. Good to see you, Sick Diggy. If I didn't say hi to you already. Oh, trying to be a fit mom was here. I didn't see you, babe. Sorry, I missed you up here. If you're still here, hello. And nice profile pic. What a pretty lady. You'll Never Find was highly underrated. Yeah. Yes, it was. Tell me what you know about breaking up and getting back together. You'll never find. I love that album. Anyway, so back to reasons why I'm awesome. We got down to number five, so let's go to number six. Number six. This is not going to surprise y'all. I make small talk everywhere I go and commit random acts of TMI, thus making me an excellent communicator. Yes, I am a small talker. I make friends with strangers. And yes, I commit random acts of TMI because I believe that even if I tell you something that you really don't need to know, nor did you ask about, it will help you to understand just how similar we all are. The fact that being humans, putting our pants on one leg at a time, there are just some things that we all do. And it's okay. It's all right. It's totally fine. You know, if I'm going someplace and there's steps and I go up the steps and there's nobody on the steps, but when I get up to the top of where I'm going and I see somebody, I might tell them, "Hey, be careful. I just tripped up some of those." TMI. Nobody needed to know that. But guess what? If you knew I tripped up them and then you trip up them, you might not feel so bad about it because I just told you I did it. That's why I'm awesome. I am a small talker who commits random acts of TMI. Corey McPherson, good morning, and you have an even better one. I'm going to have a great weekend, but you have an even better one. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, Also, just in case anybody would like to, you can hit my Cash App. This is my cash tag. Anyway, moving on. Number seven, the number seven reason why I am awesome. I wake up at about 5 a.m. on a daily basis, usually because I can't sleep because I'm, the witching hour and, when you don't have stuff to do on a regular basis, whatever. Um, and I cook full meals regularly because I'm self-motivated. It helps me to remind myself that I can do things. Okay? That's the number seven reason why I'm awesome. I'm self-motivated, all right? That's really all I mean by saying that I wake up early and, you know, cook full meals regularly. I just made us some really good stuff yesterday and yeah. Can I tell you I made pork loin and I made a gravy. Well, I seared it first and then I put it in um the pressure cooker. But I made this gravy that was like this it was like a sienna brown color instead of like a brown brown. Like anyway, it was so good, you guys. It was so rich and oh, anyway, I made that and some rice because what goes better with gravy than rice? I mean, let's be honest. Um, some jasmine rice and some cabbage. Good stuff. So the number eight reason, I'm not going to keep you guys waiting too long for the very last reason why I am awesome. But you can also tell how long ago I wrote this because I'm not in Texas anymore. But let's just go with it. Lastly, I've been unemployed for over 6 months, living in Texas off of savings, 401k loans, and fumes. If that isn't a strategic thinker, I don't know what is. I am somebody who can take something and make something out of nothing. Okay, I can rub my elbows together and make magic. I promise you all. I've done it plenty of times. Like when I do write my book, it's going to be full of little things like experiences that I've had where it's like, how did she even do that? And y'all are going to be like, I don't know, but that's what makes Toya awesome. And I'm gonna be like, see, I tried to tell y'all.
And it's just like how they say, man. There's a plenty of them out here, and you might run into a Toya or somebody who's gonna actually work with you. You know what I'm saying?
If you run into a toy, you grab her and you keep her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just saying. Now that I've gone through my list of eight reasons why I'm awesome, I would implore you all to stop what you're doing and head over to Dr. Thunder's channel because he is ready. And I will see you guys over there. All right. You all have a wonderful day. And thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys soon. You know how I like to end my streams. Peace, ease, and whatever you please.